What's going on, y'all? It's Johan once again here at Yo Math Study. Please hit the subscribe button as I continue to delve into these topics as we talk about math. And today we're going to be talking about math, tech versus ethics. What does math have to do with all that? I'm going to let you know in 1 minute. Tech versus ethics. Why am I talking about this? Okay, so a lot of tech is very reliant on math, okay? So we have to be clear on that. Algorithms, physics, all of these things that we produce have math embedded in its creation. As I've kind of gotten into more discussions about AI and a lot of these things, it's very interesting because when you hear a lot of the engineers, analysts, a lot of the different conversations, a lot of times this idea of data and math within that data, that math is an objective thing, that the data itself is objective. But we got to ask a lot of questions about that. One, how the data was gotten, and secondly, what a lot of our assumptions are about data. When we say 2 + 2 = 4, we think that that's just, a very flat, common understanding. But depending on what things I'm adding, the value has a different meaning, right? If I have 2 apples and 2 oranges, if I have 2 bombs and 2 shields, whatever. But suddenly that data means something different depending on the person that's reading it. We also have to keep in mind that a lot of the computer systems, a lot of the things that we're creating are based on a lot of very flat assumptions, again, about math and data. We think that data is just flat and just stuff. And we think of math that way. We think of it very transactional. Just put in something, get a number. And sure, if you look at tech as an instrument, it can be useful. But I think we really got to start asking a lot more questions with regards to how we look at math. Math itself does not have an ethical stance. Numbers don't care. But if we don't start discussing this a lot more, if we don't really start delving into what this stuff means, then we're going to apply it differently. And again, as I said before, there's lots of different kinds of math and there's lots of ways of looking at math. And so because of that, we have a lot of opportunity to move tech in a lot of different directions, and whether it's making it more accessible or anything like that. I was in a discussion where one guy felt that, well, people don't really need to know how algorithms work or how all these things work. And I said, no, that's not true. I think that if we get in an increasingly digital world, we should become more mathematically proficient to know how these things are working so that we can inform the YouTube algorithm better or the Google algorithm better or any of these apps and these things that, in a sense, we've also seen have also made us very addicted to them by design. So if we're not able to understand more of the data, more of the math, then we are going to find ourselves being used by the instrument rather than us using it. You see what I mean? Hopefully that's a little kind of introductory discussion on that. Let me know what you think, and we're going to keep the discussion rolling with some more stuff, so stay tuned.